Alright, before I start this, I'm gonna do a little test. See if my computer can handle this. No, that's not right. Is it? No, that's right. Okay. Alright, so if I... Here... Have it put there... Okay. It should run. I hope my computer can handle it. That will determine whether I can actually freaking play. There we go. Yeah. Not losing any frames. Output is good. All systems are go. Looks fine to me. My computer's not melting. So... Yeah, I think it should be safe to play this as my next game. Neat! Yay, computer! Okay. More importantly, anonymous code. I gotta switch my source back. That's a nice thing I learned today. Super de-duper exciting. And my computer is still running fine. Alright. Okay, if I remember correctly, we had a gun fired at us last time. Gunshot. Alright, time to end the stream. Yeah. Great timing, but it was the end of the chapter, so I'm gonna hop right in. Game start. It was... Yeah. How about the icon keeps changing? That's neat. Alright. So, lady appeared, shot a gun. So, the second the gunshot rang out, I realized my eyes were closed. I must have shut them on instinct. I couldn't bear to face the threat in front of me. Some part of me knew the gun was real, and I could sense some crazy malice in this woman, too. My eyes were closed, but somehow I could tell that the life was leaving someone's body. If Momo got shot, I'm gonna be mad. But If you shot Momo, you are irredeemable. I was still standing. The gun was smoking, and I could smell the gunpowder from here. She definitely shot someone. That was when I realized the gun's muzzle wasn't aimed at me. No way.
Momo!
I spun around. Okay.
What's going on?
She looks okay. Did she shoot Davide? Is he like a liability? Momo was still there, standing where I'd last saw her, completely unharmed. Which meant the person the woman had shot was Davide. Blood oozed slowly from a bullet wound in his head. Oh, she shot him in the fucking head. He is deceased. He wasn't breathing. The shot had killed him instantly. Oh, I forgot to get my water.
Why?
God damn it. I was pretty damn sure she was on the Holy Office's side. Did Davide do something that pissed her off that much?
Rosario! It's really you?
Oh, friend! She is friend! Momo jumped joyfully at the woman.
I see you're unharmed, Lucia.
Okay, alright.
Huh?
Was not expecting an ally. I couldn't keep up with the situation.
Hey, is she...
Rosario is one of my associates. She helped me escape from the Vatican.
She is friend. That explained just about everything. Momo had said some of her friends were killed, but she wasn't sure about the others. So it looked like she was one who survived and made it here. There was one thing I still didn't get, though.
Are you... an agent?
Yes, at least officially.
She belongs to the Anti-Fate faction, meaning her goal is the same as ours.
I was undercover as a proponent of the End, and used that role to inform my allies about the actions of 513.
We went outside, letting the CCO clean up the mess at Nakano Broadway. Breaking: Tokyo Mitsubishi Bank declares their systems have been hacked. Repair work in progress. Well, at least they're honest. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not in this situation. It's usually a good thing. I like honesty. The chaos from the face hack hadn't totally subsided yet, but we'd stopped the root cause, so things would sort themselves out soon. As long as the hackers, the police, and Google fixed their shit, the PictOS would go back to normal. Oh, new message from Cicada. I already got a message from Cicada 3301. There was a 4chan post too, so it must have been him.
I've completed 2 quests. Surely now he'll... What the hell?
Oh god. Who is observing you? Me. It's in the name! The message was so short that it didn't feel like Cicada wrote it. Hell, it looked like something some kid would send as a joke. Observing? What? Wynn sent me an article. Yay or nay, Polon most likely to place second in the Quest rankings. Quest live coverage. Yo, we have surpassed Dash. You're now a hacker that's second only to Juno. Let's go! We have surpassed both Dash and Frau at this point. That's exciting. So I was in second place now, huh? Quest rankings didn't mean anything, though. They had nothing to do with Cicada 3301. I wasn't good enough yet. That's what Cicada himself had said. Honestly, I really didn't want to be treated as a hacker. My goals and attitude were completely different from those assholes.
Rosario, what happened to the others?
Momo looked serious, and there was an air of tension around her.
Diego and Almero. Are they okay? They were alive when I fled, but...
No. They were captured and tortured by 513 agents. There was little I could do but put them out of their misery.
Oh, Christ.
That's terrible.
Things would have been different if more of us had acted. Too many of the Anti-Fate faction have lost their hope and urge to stand up.
I cannot blame them. The Holy Office 513 are a terrifying force.
Momo sighed, a sullen expression on her face. Rosario gently stroked her back.
For now, we should be thankful we were able to see each other again.
That's true.
I was surprised when I heard you were participating in those quests, though. And you've now completed 2 of them. 513 must be dumbfounded.
This is all thanks to Polon and his Nakano symphonies.
Nakano Symphonies?
It's the name of our team. There's one other guy in it.
I joined them, and we're now working together to save the world.
You have new allies, I see.
I haven't forgotten how much you all helped me back at the Vatican. Actually, it's because of what happened that I've learned to trust others.
You made the right call. Saving the world is too great a task for one person. Polon, now that I've dealt with Davide, I cannot return to 513. Would you mind if I stayed here and helped with your efforts to protect the world?
Yo, Nakano Symphony is growing, has doubled in size at this point, assuming she's joining.
You mean...
If you're asking to join the symphonies, you got it. Any friend of Momo's is a friend of mine.
Alright. Cross would be for it too.
Momo. So that's what you're going by.
Yes. I'm Momo Aizaki now.
All right then. Polon, Momo, let's save the world.
I wonder if she's also gonna take an alias, or if it's just gonna be Rosario. This fucking kid. Asuma was seated in a chair with his head rested on the desk. A tuning terminal was on the desk too. The cube-like device had been tossed carelessly onto the flat surface. It was shortly after midnight. The boy had fallen asleep and looked like any other child his age, and yet...
Mother, I did not...
He shouted suddenly, waking himself up.
Drat. I fell asleep.
Are you okay, Asuma? It looked like you were having a nightmare.
Asuma's expression twisted into one of deep disgust as he realized Ewan was with him.
Why are you here?
You were working late into the night, weren't you? I came to check on you. Passion is all well and good, but only in measured doses. Why not get some rest in your room for once?
If I could rest, I would do so. I don't need you to remind me. Use your head for once, imbecile.
Oh, wow. Ewan nodded as he placed a mug down on the desk.
I knew you'd say that. That's why I made this.
What?
It's hot milk with honey and vanilla extract. My grandfather used to make it for me. It has something of a relaxing effect.
Something about the way he talks, like, it's always sounds like he's doing some sinister plot.
Are you done here? Get out. I'm hard at work, as I'm sure you can see.
Very well. I'll see you tomorrow.
Asuma reached for the cube-like device, but after a moment of hesitation, took the mug instead. After drinking about half of the milk, he picked up the terminal and resumed his work. What is your deal? Hey. It was early morning, shortly before sunrise, and two men stood in a park. One was Oz, and the other Kaoru. Kaoru held in his hand a tablet displaying the name Riku Kaburagi.
I hear that you contributed during the face hack.
I see you're as abreast of events as ever, Mr. Kaburagi.
We're the younger generation of government officials. Information is both our sword and shield. You have my deepest gratitude for saving this country.
The one you should be thanking is Polon Takaoka.
Anyone who contributed even a little deserves recognition.
That's nice and all, but you don't have much time today, do you? Let's get to the point.
That's true. Give me your investigation report.
The first one to hear rumors of Project Gaia being resumed was a young politician currently serving on the ruling cabinet, Riku Kaburagi. An extremely precise oh my god. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, it's one of those sneezes that won't happen. An extremely precise Earth simulator could be more dangerous than nuclear weaponry. Some said that one could even spark World War III. With such fears in mind, Kaburagi had discussed the matter with Kaoru and then requested that Oz investigate it further.
The JUSDF suddenly conducted a military drill on Tsushima in March. An unannounced East Asian maritime exercise was then postponed. As you thought, the JUSDF drill was planned using Gaia's predictions. The ministry scheduled it to prevent an intrusion by East Asian forces. There's also the accidental death of that terrorist before the G7 summit in May, and the capture of a foreign agent during June's joint military exercise with Russia and Kunashiri. Gaia was involved in those too.
So it was all true.
And here's something extra. Last year, a major foreign cyber attack targeted Japan's medical institutions. It turns out the MOD staged that attack to procure extra funding. All that extra cash is going towards operating Gaia.
To think they'd go that far. So that's what they're willing to do, to take back the 50 years Japan lost.
It's tough to make up for lost time within the confines of the law these days. Does the Prime Minister know about this?
Most likely. They're playing it safe, making sure they never leave any evidence. They're being real crafty. I can't...
Oh, god damn it. I can't help but admire that, is what he
Think
said.
we can prove that the PM's involved? If we want to turn Gaia off for good, we'll need to attack the source.
During the SFG's operation to capture Lucia, the people involved with Gaia held a few meetings. Those get-togethers helped me narrow down who we're dealing with. Won't be long before we've got the evidence we need.
I see.
Oh, I don't like that grin. That's like really creepy. I don't like it. It's making me very uncomfortable.
Look forward to the good news.
Oz, could you do me a favor and never make that face again, please?
I believe in you, Ozutani. We're going to change the world, and we're going to do it the right way.
Polon!
I like Liddy. I really like Liddy. All right, I'm gonna take this opportunity to go get my water. I'll be right back. I grabbed a sody pop as well. Because, you know, the first thing you need when you're thirsty is soda.
You went crazy on that quest yesterday, didn't you? I heard it was even harder than the high-hack one.
I definitely didn't die multiple times.
Ugh, I shouldn't have come to Kyoto for the academic meeting.
Whoa, Miss Lid?
I was in deep sleep when an overexcited woman suddenly woke me up.
You made a delayed choice again, didn't you? The loading, I mean. Did you hear anything from that mystery hacker?
I loaded, yeah, but...
Oh, and congrats on getting to second place. It's crazy to think that you're right behind Juno now. You're awesome. Did you fight her yet? She's also a real wizard, isn't she? I still wonder whether people are being literal when they say she's a phantom.
I mean, she did stick me inside a wall that one time. So, yeah, it seems pretty literal to me.
I'll follow the next quest as it happens, so promise me you'll work your magic then too. I've got an interview now, though. See ya!
She literally kitty prided this dude through a wall.
What the hell?
I felt like I'd been caught in a sudden downpour while on a walk. I was now totally awake. Oh wait, picked OS server heavily damaged. Repair work might take several days. Oh, let's hope they get on it. And damn, she seemed pretty busy. And on her day off, too.
You're finally up.
Cross?
I finally realized that I wasn't in Symphony.
Why are you surprised? You're the one who asked to stay at my place.
Oh, yeah. I let the girls have Symphony.
The security there was pretty good, so I figured it'd be the safest place for them. And since I didn't have anywhere else to sleep, I went to Cross's place.
You're gonna talk to that Rosario woman about the Holy Office 513, right? Shouldn't we get going?
I checked the time and realized it was already past 10 a.m.
I'll get ready.
When I reached Symphony, both Momo and Rosario looked kinda confused.
Is there a traffic jam? Or maybe it's something to do with the face hack.
Morning. What's up?
Polon and Cross are here.
I literally looked up as soon as it popped up and I already missed it. To keep up with Nakano Symphonies, I'll actively gather news from overseas as well. The truth behind the presidential elections, voter fraud. Who's the mastermind behind corporate America? Let's not. Let's go ahead and not.
We ordered delivery for breakfast about 2 hours ago, but it's not here yet.
That sucks. Is the place nearby?
Yes. It's a sushi restaurant downtown.
Oh shit.
I saw a social media post saying they delivered norimaki and miso soup sets by drone until 11.
Is the next question gonna be Cicada hacked into Uber Eats? Because that's a big deal.
The natto and kanpyo look delicious.
You can eat sushi?
I'm sure I can. I know what it is.
She said something like that before she choked on the 7-Cup.
We should complain.
I hate 7-Cup as a parody for I hate it. It's so cumbersome to say.
They advertise 10-minute deliveries, but they've made us wait 2 hours. It's simply unforgivable.
Oh my god. Rosario steeled herself, then used a Bible-like input device to control her BMI. Dude, I love that they all have like unique control devices. That's so sick. Got a Bible.
Is this all the sushi Nakano branch? I want to speak with your manager.
Oh god.
I'm Rosario Rosalini. I made an order 2 hours ago and it still hasn't come. Such slovenly business deserves divine punishment.
All right. I think I figured out her alias. It starts with a K. All right. Damn, she went hard. I complain myself from time to time, but never like this.
What?
How many whats are we gonna? Am I gonna end up adding to my fucking soundboard? Got the Davide what?
Say that
That one's
again,
pretty good.
please.
Hold on.
What?
It's pretty good. That's a pretty good what. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna have like a soundboard collection of whats.
Really? Truly? Honestly? I'm so sorry.
Did she get the wrong number? She sure sounded meek retracting her complaint.
What happened?
I forgot to order.
That's funny. That's great.
Seriously?
No wonder nothing got delivered.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. There's still time to order it.
I'll do it right away.
Rosario used her BMI again. Her serious expression combined with the way she handled her Bible-like device made her look pretty cool and kinda holy. I'm gonna be honest, I love her design. She looks sick. But that style didn't count for much considering she was trying to fix a breakfast order she'd messed up.
There.
Thank you.
Would you
Mission
mind if I took a look at the bill?
You doubt that I ordered successfully? I swear to the Lord that I most certainly did.
Where's this front coming from?
Please, don't get me wrong. I just want to check it.
Very well.
Rosario used her BMI again, grumpily.
What's the problem now?
It's the amount.
No!
If it's not enough, we can just ask for more.
It's not that. She ordered too much.
Well, then we can eat with them.
It's 20 sets.
20?
How do you mess up that bad?
How could I? I can't believe myself.
I'll call him about it.
Rosario was acting like a sad puppy. This is great.
Was she really a badass agent of the church?
Of course. She can be a bit careless outside of missions, though.
A bit?
I changed the order to 2 sets.
Drastic drop in disease-related deaths, likely due to AI-assisted treatments. Hey, good news. I like good news.
Thank you.
I'm terribly sorry for my trespasses. I must seek penance. Is there a church nearby?
It's not that big of a deal. You just be more careful next time, that's all.
Cross is right. It's fine.
Momo patted Rosario's head. I felt like I was watching a little sister take care of her big sister. It was kind of strange. Rosario I'd met the day before was a fading memory at this point. Yeah, that was quite the introduction. Momo and Rosario struggled with the natto, but eventually they finished their breakfast. After that, we got down to business.
I will tell you everything I know. But please be aware that there will be no going back once you've heard it all. Are you sure you want to?
I've been ready for a long time now.
I'll listen too.
Please begin, Rosario.
Very well. The Holy Office 513 dates back to over 100 years ago. It has roots in the secret society known as the Illuminati. At the time, it was only a small group with little influence, but that changed in 1917 with the miracle of Our Lady's appearance and the third secret of Fatima she bestowed upon us. The prophecy of the world's end bolstered their beliefs. They decided to analyze more miracles, such as Our Lady's words and other apparitions. 513 became a real organization. They added details to the original Illuminati fate line to create a more complex series of events.
So that's their origin story.
Their actions grew increasingly extreme over the years, especially once they'd used the Earth simulator to verify the apparitions of Our Lady. In 2013, the Pope resigned from his post while still alive. It was a rare act, and 513 was involved with that too. The Pope was already dead. 513 assassinated him since he was anti-fate. The resignation was tendered by a body double.
They killed the Pope? Isn't he like the boss of the whole church? What the hell?
They'll do anything that wouldn't be traced back to them. They're especially proactive about eliminating whoever stands in their way. Rumor has it they were involved in the deaths of well-known individuals, such as Antoni Gaudí and Nikola Tesla.
I am unfamiliar with Antoni Gaudí. Who that be? Antoni Gaudí was an architect born in Spain. Between 1984 and 2005, UNESCO declared several of his works, such as the Sagrada Familia, Park Güell, and Casa Mila, cultural heritage sites. His Sagrada Familia was recognized by the Pope as a basilica, putting it above regular churches. Interesting. Okay, and then Nikola Tesla. Let's read about Nikola Tesla. Electrical engineer and inventor born in the Austrian Empire, now Croatia. He discovered the principles behind alternating currents when he was still a student and eventually went to the US to work at Edison's company, only to resign about a year later due to disagreements with him over the matter of alternating and direct currents. In 1888, he invented the AC generator and AC motor, and now, in the 21st century, Tesla's AC is the standard method of energy supply. His surname, Tesla, is used as the unit for magnetic field strength. Neat.
Gaudí, of Sagrada Familia fame?
Yes, its second architect.
And Nikola Tesla is known for his work on alternating current.
Damn.
Those are the kind of people you see in textbooks. Apparently, the Holy Office's influence went way beyond the Vatican.
The anti-fate faction faced its gravest ordeal in 2026.
What happened?
Back then, the faction was led by Pietro Bertone, the Cardinal Kent Korihisa trusted more than any other. Ever since Kent Korihisa escaped in 2012, Pietro had sent him information about 513's actions and the situation at the Vatican.
He must have been a real pillar of the faction.
Indeed. He was a great man. But he was asked to deliver a speech during the Sagrada Familia completion ceremony. And when he approached the altar... an agent assassinated him.
Burned to death. Christ. Golly gosh, I wonder who did it.
The ceremony was streamed worldwide. People all over the world witnessed the moment of his death.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, me too.
I was a child back then, so I didn't get how important that was. But footage of the man burning was all over the internet, so you couldn't avoid it if you tried. Man, that wasn't even an assassination. They burned him alive in broad daylight, in front of a crowd and on record.
What happened to the anti-fate faction after Cardinal Bertone's death?
They were shut out from the centers of authority at the Vatican and lost the power to resist 513. Since then, 513 has had complete control over the Vatican. The current pope is more of a figurehead than anything.
Momo had said that the Holy Office 513 were a secret group pulling the strings of Catholicism, and it seemed like she was telling the truth. I'd fought one of their agents just yesterday. I didn't have the luxury to doubt anymore. A crazy powerful group that wanted the world to end. That's who we were up against.
Pietro was my father.
Huh?
It came out of nowhere.
The cardinal they killed?
My foster father, to be precise. I was an abandoned child, and he took me in as his own. I was only 11 when he died, and I didn't know anything about what had happened. That's why I sought the truth. After I searched my father's study and talked to his friends, I learned about 513 and swore revenge. From then on, I spent years training my body and studying to be an assassin. I was appointed as an agent 2 years ago.
So you were anti-fate from the get-go?
Yes, I did everything I could to deliver unto 513 the punishment they deserve. Though, I wasn't even bestowed a sacrament. All I could do was gather information about the agents I was paired with.
Her smile seemed self-deprecating.
I owe everything to you, Rosario. If I hadn't met you, I'd still be in...
Momo. Indeed. Saving you is something I can be truly proud of.
So Rosario's one of the people who helped you make it to Japan, huh?
Momo nodded gently.
Momo?
There's something I haven't mentioned yet.
Huh?
After she told us about the fate of her buddies, I felt like I knew everything. But it looked like there was more.
Before I came to Japan, I was part of the Holy Office 513.
You were an agent too?
No, not like that. I was created by them.
What do you mean?
It was in early 2035. The Holy Office used their Earth simulator to recreate the 3 children of Fatima: Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta. They took that data and transplanted it into 3 artificial brains. One of them, artificial brain Lucia, was me.
Huh?
Momo was an artificial brain? Data from an Earth simulator? None of that made sense.
But you're right here, just like us. You're not an artificial brain.
I was told that I suddenly grew a body, that I had incarnated, several weeks ago. Rosario, do you have the recordings?
Here.
Oh, I don't want to see the hand again. They're very upsetting.
Initially, this case only contained an artificial brain. One day, someone heard crying coming from inside it. And when they opened it up, they found Momo.
No way.
An artificial organ became a person?
Not a single person of the Holy Office knows what caused it. Of course, neither do I.
That is bonkers.
All we can ascertain is that transplanting data into the brains greatly increased the world's entropy. The world strayed from the fate line when they did that. And this is what caused the sad mourning.
What? What?
How? What? I was at a loss for words. The cause of the sad mourning still wasn't clear. There must have been some major mistake that everyone overlooked. That was the official explanation. But in reality, it was rooted in Momo's origin. The Holy Office recreated Momo and the other kids for whatever fucking reason. Whatever fucking reason. My dad died because of that.
No, I'm sorry.
I remembered how she'd apologized back at the Shinjuku crater. That explained it. It was because she knew the actual cause.
I'm so sorry, Polon.
It's not your fault. It's the goddamn Holy Office that's responsible.
I didn't know that what they were planning, but I did know that Momo had no business feeling guilty about it. And I also knew that she didn't have to apologize to me.
They wanted their factors.
Hell yeah, Polon. Fact, okay.
Huh?
New keywords.
What are you talking about? What's a factor?
513 thought that there's a reason certain people are exposed to, or chosen by, miracles like the apparitions of Our Lady. That these individuals have a special, inherent quality, a factor. And if it granted total control over such miracles, such power would be invaluable in their defense of the end. That's why they resurrected the children of Fatima, children whose brains they reasoned would contain factors.
So that's why. The artificial brains.
Do these factor things actually exist?
The agent's sacraments are all the proof you need.
Wait, so those are real miracles?
Davide's power. So that's why.
That explained why I couldn't figure out how his pyro shit worked.
What happened to the other 2? There are 3 children of Fatima, right?
Well,
Francisco and Jacinta's artificial brains failed to incarnate, and they died.
their remains were disposed of. 513 tried to obtain factors again, but they switched from artificial brains to IC chips to prevent the world's entropy from increasing. You saw the result of the IC chip processing with Davide's sacrament. Their new method seems far less effective than the original one, though.
I could tell from Momo's expression and the way she was breathing that it wasn't easier for her to hear this stuff. I didn't know if people recreated in Earth simulators were technically living beings, but I had no doubt that this girl right here was alive.
I was blessed that I met Rosario and the people of the Anti-Fate faction after I became incarnate.
Polon's the man. He is like so on point with all this.
If I hadn't escaped that place, I would have abandoned my mission as Lucia.
He's like really focusing on the important shit.
Momo, you remember meeting Mary, don't you?
Yes, like it was yesterday.
When Momo said she wanted to save the world, I didn't know what to think. But I understand now. It's no wonder she was so determined. She actually remembered meeting the Mother of Christ and hearing her prophecies. Momo wasn't the original Lucia, but the memories she'd inherited were real.
The Deliberators were tasked to attend to Momo after her incarnation. I was appointed as one of such agents, and I gained the opportunity to talk to her directly.
This is so freaking bizarre.
At first, Momo was frightened. She wouldn't let anyone get close to her, saying she was cursed. But after I confessed to her that I opposed the end, she opened up to me. She said she wanted to save the world. It completely contradicted 513's goal. You can't imagine my shock when I heard that. 513 accepted the third secret of Fatima as their dogma and sought the end, while the one who received that prophecy wished to avert it. I believed my meeting with Momo was fated, so I provided her with all manner of information despite her fear of being cursed.
Rosario was quite pushy, but I'm grateful for that now. She helped me make sense of the situation. And that was when I learned about Kent Korihisa from her. Hearing about his past and what he'd done, my instinct told me that meeting him would be crucial to saving the world.
The Anti-Fate faction took a great risk helping Momo escape. Many lives were lost, but I now know that they didn't die in vain. Momo met you, and as a result, she is getting ever closer to Kent Korihisa.
Rosario wasn't putting up a front. She believed all this from the bottom of her heart. The bright smile on her face was proof of that. Well, that was a lot. That was a whole lot. After our chat, we wasted no time getting to work. We wanted to find a way to reach Kent Korihisa that was separate from his quest, but there were things we had to do first. Okay, Chinese track cycling robot Natak wins against human for the first time ever. Neat. Improving security to prevent the Holy Office 513 from tracking us, and coming up with a countermeasure against their sacraments. According to Rosario, they used surveillance cams and satellite imagery to analyze Momo's actions for the Earth simulator's prediction. Apparently, Momo didn't exist in the simulator because of her incarnation, so they had to gather her fresh data in order to simulate her. Interesting, so she literally came out of the simulator. So that's why she's not in the simulator. That's fucking weird. Its accuracy was still pretty low, though. They lost Momo multiple times during Facehack, and in the end, they completely lost track of her. But that didn't mean we could relax, so we decided to beef up our security to help keep our movements from being tracked. Rosario and Cross would mess with their surveillance by doing things like deleting traces of Momo and planting fake ones. As for Momo and I, we'd come to Oz's office to find a way to deal with the sacraments. First things first, though.
The door's locked.
Momo was standing in front of the door of the first floor, confused. We'd come here once during the high hack, but that was before I'd loaded.
No-No's workshop is on the second floor. Go up those stairs.
Workshop.
Mom, you want some cocoa? How about a marshmallow on top? Oh, there's corn soup too.
Dude, what is that shoe? There's like a shoe right in the middle. It's like a shoe with a wing on it. Is she trying to recreate the myth of Hermes with the flies going on? I would not put it past her.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
No, Buffalo. You're the hero who put out the fire at Hota.
Oh my god, she's so cute. She's so
I didn't
cute.
do it alone.
You're not saying no to my cup of cocoa.
Robotic arms jumped out from under Nono's skirt, then reached into the cupboard and took out a mug and a can of cocoa. Their arms poured the cocoa into the mug, then added hot water, stirred it with a spoon, and dropped a marshmallow on top. Human hands would struggle to prepare a mug of cocoa with their precision.
Connie and cocoa with the bear-marked marshmallow on top. It's my bestest combo.
Wow. Thank you.
Do you want something to drink too, Polly?
Got anything carbonated?
I got enough fizzy to make you dizzy.
God, I love her so much. One of the arms reached into the fridge, took out a 7-Cup, and handed it to me.
Nice.
There was nothing like a 7-Cup.
So, what did you want?
We want you to make a gadget we can use against the agents. They use these things called sacraments, and I'll send you the details.
I shared with her a recording of Rosario talking about sacraments. I opened the file myself, too, to refresh my memory.
People who have witnessed Marian apparitions or similar miracles are known as contactees. Momo is one of them. 513 have considered these contactees a threat, as some choose to oppose them using the power of the miracles they received. That's one of the reasons they wanted factors for themselves. Almost nothing is known about factors or how they work, but by incorporating them into Kent Korihisa's QCDC, Necro Pilgrimage, 513 gained access to powers akin to true miracles, which they now refer to as sacraments.
What do you mean by incorporating?
Establishing physical connections, using things like electric cables. Special changes seem to happen when outputs are processed through factors, but the principle behind it is a mystery.
So that's why I was connected to those machines.
Agents can activate their sacraments by accessing Necro Pilgrimage remotely. The powers they receive depend on the agent, and sometimes no powers manifest at all. Post-incarnation, Momo's factor was so potent that the sacraments had become significantly more powerful. Only 2 icy chips are left now. They're still a very real threat, but luckily for us, they can't match the power of the artificial brains.
Sacraments were a combination of miracle and technology. Fighting miracles sounded tough, but technology was a different story.
She said they need to access the computer to use their powers. Does that mean they need internet access?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So we just need to cause a little electromagnetic interference.
Well, I'm glad it's not that much of a problem.
Hacking Necropilpad would be the bestest, though.
Yeah, but that's out of the question for us.
Ken Korihisa used to be the head engineer at the Vatican, head computer engineer at the Vatican. You'd have to be a better hacker than him to break in there.
I guess our interference strategy isn't too reliable either, though.
The agents were probably aware of their weaknesses, so they'd probably realize if we were tried using something like EMI.
It's gonna be hard to concentrate if you're gonna keep being all negative about the plan.
Oh, sorry. I'll make it up to you by...
Let her work.
If they're your gadgets, no, I'm sure they'll work wonderfully.
Let her cook.
Huh? You think so?
Of course.
She's right. No one in the world is better at this than you. You're our girl genius.
And you're really cute, too.
True. Oh, god damn it. Oh, wait. Hold on, I can do it.
Alright,
There we go.
you can count on me. The cutest, geniusest girl in the world. I'll make you the specialist gadget you've ever seen. Get excited!
I'm so excited. She's so funny! After our talk with Nono, we went up to the rooftop. Oz was there, and he seemed to be building something.
What are you doing? That's a telescope, right?
I'm getting ready to stargaze.
I didn't think he'd be into that kind of thing. Protests all over USA demand disposal of US-Japan's joint Space Guard system. Many fear second sad morning. I mean, yeah. Like, if your planet gets hit by a bunch of lasers you put into orbit, I imagine they'd want you to take those down, yeah?
You like the stars?
Surprised they haven't already. I think they said they were trying to, right?
Yeah,
They're like in
not
the
just
process.
the stars, though. I like everything about the universe.
That's wonderful.
Oz stopped working, charmed by Momo's comment.
So what do you want?
I need your wisdom. I want to know who I am.
I take all kinds of jobs, but I can't help you with your philosophical problems.
This isn't philosophical. I think it's more biological. I don't need a clear answer either. A hint alone would make me happy.
The Holy Office 513 had used Momo for her factor, but she only found that out this morning, from Rosario's explanation. Knowing that had given her an idea. She thought knowing about herself could be a good tactic against the Holy Office. She could use her factor and her origin against them. I was the one who suggested she talk to Oz and Miss Lid about it. They told me some interesting stuff about my saving and loading, so I figured they could help Momo too.
Come on, Oz. It's important.
I mean, I assume her factor is the reason she keeps like seeing the future and shit. Like, I assume that's her like sacrament,
You owe
so
me
to
one
speak.
for this.
Sure. Miss Lid, join us for a sec.
I mean, I don't mind, but
I shared my vision with Miss Lid and encouraged Momo to open up.
I was born under unthinkable circumstances. Honestly, I sometimes want to turn my back on it all and forget about how I came to be. But I feel as if I need to know why it all happened and who I am.
Momo explained to Oz what she'd told us this morning. How she was one of the children of Fatima, created in an Earth sim and transplanted into an artificial brain so her factor could be used. And she talked about how all this caused the sad mourning. And the way she'd incarnated and gained a body several weeks ago.
and the saving and loading was amazing. But this is quite extraordinary too.
Is there anything you can tell me about this?
The world line might have changed.
World line?
You said that an increase in entropy interfered with the fate line and led to the sad mourning, right? That line of phrasing had me thinking about world lines and how they diverge.
You're saying that a world line where the sad morning didn't happen was
goddamn.
overwritten by one where it did?
Interesting. Oh, where's my charger? Damn it. You'd think I'd keep it in one goddamn place at a time. And yet, I just don't do it. There. Who's been messing with the phone wave? Alright.
Yes, the concepts of fate lines and world lines may well be intertwined.
Momo was struggling to follow the conversation. She didn't know about world lines.
World lines are basically what-if worlds. Some events trigger changes across both the past and future, changing the world to a different what-if world. Our memories change too. Apparently, only people with a certain something are able to notice the changes.
In this scenario, the cause of the world line change was the increase in entropy.
But didn't you say it's got something to do with time travel?
They said last time that my loading and changing the past was reconstructing the world or something.
You don't need time travel to change world lines.
Really?
The world line has a predetermined path. But if you resist it, if you can change that path, the world is reconstructed. Basically, even an increase in entropy would be enough to change it in real time, as long as that increase was substantial enough.
So that's how world line changes work.
Wait, you gotta talk about Momo. That's what we came here for.
World lines and their connection to the sad morning were interesting to hear about, but Momo's origins were more important.
A factor that lets you create miracles, huh? Interesting idea. Earth simulators can probably recreate something like that too. Can't much say I believe she made herself a body, though.
You don't believe her? She showed you a video.
It doesn't show the time she incarnated or anything. And we live in an age of fake videos. Doesn't seem like proof to me. That's why I got two hypotheses. Either the girl had memories from the simulated Lucia transplanted into her hippocampus, or she's possessed by Lucia's ghost.
Those are two very diametrically opposed hypotheses, but...
Her ghost? You're getting way too occult there, dude.
Maybe asking a Mumu reader about this was a mistake.
Your idea does make sense, but it doesn't quite align with my situation.
Momo, don't take him too seriously.
Huh? But...
What do you think, Miss Lid?
Honestly, the incarnation doesn't seem realistic. Artificial organ research is progressing, but the best we can do is grow individual parts. We are years away from creating a whole person.
Like, they say this as if we didn't just fight a man who could literally shoot fire out of his fucking hands. Like, I get it. You know, you gotta have some grounding, right, with your reasoning and your hypotheses. But like, at the same time, like... fire.
Really? Not even you believe it?
Though I can only deduce based on tech that's been revealed to the public. It's possible the Holy Office is hiding more advanced technology. Momo may in fact be an artificial life that was born in their Earth simulator, and whose incarnation was enabled by their technology.
That reminds me of Earth simulator development.
Asa told me that the development of Earth simulators was forbidden, but everyone was still making them behind the scenes. And apparently, the Guy Institution was one of the places building one.
Do you think that Earth simulators can create life?
The entire human genome was sequenced in 2003. If you put that into an Earth simulator, you could probably make a person.
So you consider people of the material world and those of the digital world to be the same?
Do you know about the Amadeus system?
Ooh! Ooh, we're getting it. All right. Every time Liddy shows up, she's like, "Hey, I heard you like Steins Gate. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about some world lines. You heard about the Amadeus system? An artificial intelligence system developed in the U.S. at the Victor Kondria University's Brain Science Institute. It scans a person's brainwaves, turns their personality and memories into data, and transplants both into an artificial intelligence, recreating the scanned person within the system. It is expected to be able to offer some assistance with the treatment of cognitive impairments." Yeah.
What's that?
It's basically an AI system that real people's memories can be transplanted into. Its technology can treat cognitive impairments, but the AIs it creates are amazing. They behave just like the people whose memories were used. You need to see them to believe it, but it's almost impossible to tell whether the Amadeus versions of people are material or digital. The only difference is the lack of body.
Damn, it's that realistic?
So you think Amadeus is a living being?
John von Neumann had an idea for how to define life. It goes roughly like this.
Alright, I'm gonna look up. I've never heard that name before. John von Neumann was a Hungarian-American mathematician. He is known for his vast contributions to game theory, physics, meteorology, economics, computer science, and many other fields. In computer science, he is known for creating the cellular automaton model, and has been referred to as the father of artificial intelligence on occasion. He was also involved in the Manhattan Project, which developed the nuclear bomb. Rumors abound that a certain movie character is based on him. Oh, got it. I know who that's. Oh god.
Life must have the ability to self-replicate. He even proved it by creating a program that self-replicated. It's the cellular automaton that's famous in the game of life and whatnot.
Game of life?
Yeah, I got that right. Yeah, it's you know, the game of life. Obviously. Still can't believe it's fucking thing. Momo reached into her pocket and took out a small device. It was the one Nono had given her at the welcome party. It had a version of the game of life called Life Game installed on it.
Von Neumann proposed that there is no spirit,
Neumann. I said
life
Newman.
force, nor some divine power behind self-replicating programs.
Newman.
If we extrapolate from his theory, then things born from data are life too. It's not like we have a way to prove they're alive, though. Unlike material life, they don't have beating hearts.
I mean, neither do a lot of things that are technically alive. Plants are alive, they don't have heart. What? That's a weird way to phrase that.
If you really did incarnate, we might be able to prove that digital beings can have life too.
I see.
So, depending on the definition you went by, even digital things could be considered life. According to that Neumann guy, anyway.
We might manage to solve the Ship of Theseus paradox at the same time.
I like the Ship of Theseus, too. That's a fun one. Paradox related to identity. It questions whether an object whose every part has been replaced can still be considered the same object. There was also a derivative thought experiment that wonders whether the same object, rebuilt entirely from those replaced parts, should be considered the original. That's a fun one.
Huh?
I was just about to ask her about the paradox when... Oz? I noticed Oz was breathing heavily. He was all pale and his body was trembling. He looked like he'd seen some kind of terrifying monster.
Life is a physical wonder. Not some data or figment of imagination.
Hey, are you okay?
Yo, Oz, what the fuck?
Advanced science, my ass. That participatory universe theory is total bullshit.
What the hell is happening? A theory proposed by American physicist John Wheeler. It posits that, just like fundamental particles of the quantum scale only collapse into a certain state upon being observed, the entire universe itself may be formed by human observation. John Wheeler was also the one who proposed the delayed choice experiment. Gotcha.
I'm alive. I exist in this material world. My passion for space, the fear I felt, it's all right here.
Space? Fear? What's he saying?
Tengen used to be an astronaut.
For real? I thought he was a detective.
He seems like he's been a lot of things.
You're not entirely wrong. He was the first officer ever assigned to work on a space station. But during one spacewalk, he was thrown out into space, and nobody came to help him.
I checked the internet, but the only articles that came up were ancient.
It didn't make mainstream news?
If people thought space was dangerous, research would stagnate, wouldn't it? Multiple countries worked together to bury the story.
That's, like, horrifyingly irresponsible. Jesus Christ. I don't even agree with that premise. If people thought space was dangerous, research would stagnate. People know space is dangerous and they still want to research it. But yeah, that's horrifying.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
That's just awful.
It really is. Drifting around in space is unimaginably scary.
How long was he out there?
You're in a vacuum with metal from discarded satellites and spaceships, shooting past at high speeds. There's death everywhere you look. Tengen took shelter inside a small rescue pod he was connected to. But once he got inside, he didn't come back out for 14 years.
What?
He used the pod's cold sleep function before he went insane.
Okay, that's slightly better. Jesus Christ. The slowing down of a body's biological function by greatly reducing its temperature. I don't think we have that yet. I think that's still science fiction stuffs.
How did he make it home?
A private company found him by chance and saved him. Imagine how unlikely it was that they'd encounter him in the vast expanse. The odds were astronomically low. I may be a mathematician, but I know a miracle when I see one.
14 years. So he went missing, or it happened in 2023, right? If my math is correct.
Tengen, are you feeling better?
Jesus Christ. He didn't respond. Instead, he looked up at the sky.
My yearning for space. The pain. The experience that made every inch of my body shudder. It made me who I am. I'm right here. What I witnessed wasn't some damn illusion. This sky, that universe, it's my everything.
He fell silent, and we decided to stop there. We hadn't learned much about Momo, but I wasn't expecting many answers going in. Momo just, like, slightly off to the side. I looked at Momo to my side. She didn't seem too disappointed.
If I'm an artificial life... Is there some way I can take advantage of that? Like stopping an Agent Sacrament or interfering with an Earth simulator. Something along those lines. It's just an idea I had. I haven't thought of anything specific yet.
Even if Momo had been born inside an Earth simulator, she was just a normal girl now. But maybe she could find a way to use her factor. Still...
I think it's great that you're coming up with ideas, but even if you were created artificially, you're still a person, just like us. So don't throw away your life, alright?
Yo, Polon is the man! I said it because I had a bad feeling. I felt like Momo was planning to do something crazy.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Her response was kind of off, but she was smiling, and that was good enough for me. I didn't say anything else.
Are you Cicada 3301 on Discoded? Sorry, we use your IP address to locate and contact you.
Discoded is great.
If you're the real Cicada, I'd like to meet you in person. I'm looking for a way to save the world, and... Wait! Don't hang up!
Another fake?
I don't know. I'll try calling them again.
After we'd gotten Nono to build the anti-sacrament device, and spoken to Oz and Lydia about artificial life, Momo resumed her search for Kent Korihisa. She was working on that every day, from early morning until late evening. I admired how dedicated she was. We weren't making any progress, but damn, it wasn't for a lack of effort. I was helping her, of course, while...
I planted fake traces all over Chiba. I'll leave some more in Ibaraki next.
I'll drop some around Yamanashi.
Several days passed like this, with Rosario and Cross either working on our security or helping Nono with her work. The problems that the Face Act had caused were gradually being resolved. Google announces restoration of their picked OS server. Nice. Progress varied depending on the company and country, though. I heard IRL accidents were taking longer to deal with than the online ones. But the situation had recovered to the point where you could actually say things were peaceful.
Hey, you free?
Huh? Oz?
We hadn't talked since that discussion about artificial life.
Are you well?
Don't worry, that was an irregular attack.
Who is Oz?
An associate of ours.
Again, you free?
I'm kind of busy, but I guess I can hear you out.
I got a job for you. We need someone to set up the AR show for a live concert. I want you to build the system.
Interesting.
Oh, a live concert. I know those.
I didn't think you provided services like that. When's the deadline?
Friday, this week.
Friday? What day do you think it is?
Monday, according to the I forgot words.
Monday?
Not important.
Are you insane? I can't build an AR system that fast. Sorry, but go ask someone else.
Seriously, I didn't even have any experience with that kind of stuff. There was no way I could finish in time.
The request comes from the CCO.
Huh? Huh?
Oh,
Why?
it's for the fucking Cyberforce dolls, right? They're having a concert because of course they are.
Oh, perhaps it's for the Cyberforce dolls?
Yeah, the three of them are gonna do a mini concert. They figured AR would spice up their disaster prevention event and get people to show up. Karu's desperate. If you do this, he'll owe you.
That time limit, though.
You owe me from the thing with the little lady, right? Time to repay the favor.
Damn it.
Well, whatever. It couldn't hurt to get on the CCO's good side anyway. It really was too much for me to handle by myself, though. And since Cross and Rosario had security to take care of.
Momo, help me out.
Huh? May I?
I didn't go for her just because she was the only decent choice. She looked like she was interested in all this.
Let's rush in without thinking of the consequences.
Wait. Our goal is to save the world. We cannot simply abandon our search for Kent Korihisa.
We'll see him as long as we do the quests, won't we?
That's no reason to stop the search.
Saving the world is just one of Nakano Symphony's goals. Also, the search for Kent Korihisa isn't really going anywhere. I think I'd rather help someone than continue with that.
Hell yeah, Momo!
I'll still look for him whenever I can, though.
And if the quest starts, we'll drop the job. That good with you, Oz?
Of course. If a quest starts, not even the CCO will care what happens with their concert.
Very well. I will abide by your methods.
Anyway, go here. The Cyberforce dolls are doing an inspection. Talk to them and ask what needs doing.
Yo, Christmas? Christmas concert?
Okay. Oh, and put in a good word for me with Mr. Semezu.
Neato.
Sure thing. Try not to disappoint him.
Polon and Momo left their base at Symphony. A woman atop a neighboring building looked down at them. Oh god, it's Juno. She kicked the metal fence, and its clanging echoed out across the surrounding area. What? What? Can you not? She kicked it over and over, each blow channeling rage. Oh, she Angie?
How does she know Kent?
The clanging came to a sudden stop. Juno clicked her tongue in frustration before swinging the open umbrella in her hand. And with that, she disappeared. I'm gonna assume that umbrella is her hacking device. Her interface.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to your work.
Good, it's Bombi time.
You can count on us.
What did he call you for?
They found a contractor who will help with our concert.
Whoa, really? That's impressive. You'd think everyone would be too busy this time of year.
The chief sure loves making use of his mysterious connections, huh?
I really am warming up to these chicks. God damn it.
He said they're coming to see us. A contractor who does the legwork instead of sticking to BMI conferences must be really diligent and dedicated.
Yo, sup? It's Polon.
Oh, there you are.
Speak of the devil?
Oh? This voice.
Polon Takaoka?
Isaac's with him too.
Hello. Hey, Bombi. We're busy right now. If you got nothing to say, then go away. Oh, I don't mean you, Momo.
Mr. Sumezu didn't tell you?
Tell me what?
We're the ones taking care of your concert's AR.
You... What? That's what I thought.
You two were very busy during the face hack, weren't you? That's 2 quests you've completed now. Most impressive.
It's no big deal. Nakano Symphonies is just that good.
But you ignored the chief's warnings and did an illegal hack. You even took an IoT device without permission, didn't you? When we went to question them after the face hack, we're the ones they complained to.
I'm sorry, would you rather let the fucking banks go into, like, chaos and anarchy?
We didn't know that.
Come on now, we had to complete the quest.
You hackers really have no morals, huh? I told you to work within the confines of the law, but did you listen? Of course you didn't.
Oh, that kind of stings. I like to think I'm different from other hackers, but when you lay it out like that, I guess I'm not.
If you're gonna feel bad about it, then don't do it in the first place. This concert is part of a disaster prevention event, so your work better be above board.
I'll try.
Trying's not... Don't worry, we won't break the law.
You're working together?
Yes. I'll help Polon as best as I can.
Hey, Momo, did you get back together?
Yes, I'm with Polon now.
What? I think you can do better, Momo.
Wow.
What's so special about him?
Damn.
Well, I like that he doesn't think about the consequences.
Wait, that's a bad thing.
But I feel like I don't want to think about the consequences either.
No, she's being influenced.
He's a bad influence. Don't let him taint you, Momo.
That's so funny. What are you, her mom?
Hey, Bombi, stop chatting. Let's get to work. Just let me...
Bombi.
Sorry.
All right, let's talk about what we're gonna do.
I'm looking forward to working with you all.
The flipping of perspective is fascinating to me. Like, I'm curious how... Oh my god, that's the like pinned notes. I like it's really interesting, and I'm like curious if there's like a reason to it other than just, you know. I can't think of words today. There are words for what I'm trying to say, and I can't think of them. I'm gonna read that news. Potential loss of assets by Tokyo Mitsubishi Bank. Class action lawsuit. Likely. Fair. I want them to have fun learning. This is adorable, by the way. Disaster prevention event. Audience age 3 to 12. Need attention grabbers. I want them to have fun learning. Deadline today. Oh, Christ. Today? Time really flew after I took the AR job. Yeah, it's Friday now. Crazy. Before I knew it, it was 3 a.m. in the morning before the evening of the concert. I pulled 2 all-nighters and was still racing against time.
Shit. I'm about to shut down.
Sleep was coming over me. I felt like my body was being pulled to the ground.
No, damn it. Oh, stay awake. Oh yeah, I'll watch that vid.
There was a recording of CFD's first concert on YouTube. It wasn't an official vid. It wasn't an official vid. It had been recorded and uploaded by a fan. They'd helped a crime prevention campaign in Edogawa in September. It was supposed to double as the CFD's debut, but a typhoon hit the day of the event. But that didn't stop them. The winds were blowing hard and nobody was there, but they held their concert anyways. That's dedication. The stage collapsed after their first song though, so they had no choice but to call the whole thing off. The CFD hadn't done a single concert since then. They had their police duties, of course, so they didn't have many opportunities to perform. But I could tell they'd put a lot of heart into that first show, and were disappointed with how it turned out. That was why Momo and I wanted to help make their second concert a real success.
Alright, now I'm motivated.
I went back to work. Right now, I was debugging. Once this was taken care of, all we'd have to do was adjust the stage. Huh?
That's the last bug. If this works, then... Done!
Asking for Cross's help during the design stage was the right idea. I would have wasted a lot of time handling that stuff alone. Momo had worked pretty hard on the direction too. She'd been chatting with the CFD and secretly telling me about what they wanted for the show. I was pretty sure the result was going to be great.
I'm gonna sleep a bit.
I lay down on the sofa I was sitting on. Oh, the saves begin. I saved just in case, as my mouth stretched into a huge yawn. Whenever he saves, shit's about to go down. If something went wrong, I'd just go back here. But nothing will go wrong. Surely nothing will possibly go wrong. I went to Symphony early so I could meet up with Momo. I'd slept a lot, so my mind was pretty clear.
Good morning, Polon.
Morning.
Symphony's door opened, and Momo and Rosario walked in.
Hey!
They weren't staying at Symphony anymore. Now that her security had been improved, they figured it was safe to stay in hotels around Nakano. Symphony didn't even have a shower or a washing machine, so this must have improved their quality of life by a whole lot.
How was the job?
I made it somehow. Had to stay up till 4, though.
I'm sorry. If only I could build systems too.
Hey, I wouldn't have finished on time without you. It's because you were taking care of production that I could focus on the system. The production turned out great, too. I couldn't have done it better myself. You were the perfect person for the job.
Thank you.
Takaoka! Can't wait for today's concert, man!
Oh, you're going?
Hell yeah! Gotta see the fruits of your lovey-dovey cooperation.
Oh my lord.
Plus, this is the first actual job you've had in a while.
Yeah, I guess so.
We'd all been doing odd jobs to get by, but we hadn't gotten real work like this in about a month.
By the way, did you give it to Aizaki?
Give... what?
A Christmas present? It's Christmas today!
Oh...
Bruh, did you forget? This is why I told you to get a VFFGF. What kind of BF forgets something like this?
I'm not her BF.
My man, this is so cringe. A present would have made her real happy.
I'll get it later. There'll be plenty of time after the concert.
That's not gonna cut it. You gotta give Christmas presents on the morning of the 25th. Actually, you gotta be with your girl from Christmas Eve. You can't leave her side.
For real?
For real? I had no idea.
Here's some advice then. A Christmas present's gotta be expensive. You gotta get something like a glamorous accessory or a sweet bag.
Wind.
Oh, I see.
Don't do this, Wind. All Wind had was a VFFGF. I hate saying that so much. But he still knew way more about this stuff than I did. A nice accessory, huh? An accessory would probably suit her. Am I supposed to go back?
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious. All right. That's great. Of all the things that we could use this power for, this is the like the lowest stakes possible. But you know what? I'm with you, Polon. You and I are partners in this world. If you hadn't mentioned this, I totally would have forgotten about it. Damn, I feel dumb as hell. I've got the save I just made. If I use it, I can get Momo her present in time. Yeah, this is the way. Alright.
Good morning, Polon.
Morning.
Symphony's door opened, and Momo and Rosario walked in.
Momo, here, take this.
Oh, so nervous.
Okay.
I gave her the thing I'd ordered. It arrived just a while ago. I'd asked the place to wrap it nicely, too, obviously.
Open it.
Oh my god, I love this so much. He's so nervous. It's adorable. Momo carefully unwrapped it, revealing the black box the size of her palm. Inside it...
A necklace.
I thought it would look good on her.
Thank you. But what's the occasion?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to say.
I cleared my throat and...
Merry Christmas!
Spoke with a great big smile on my face.
Huh?
That wasn't the response I was expecting. Actually, there was a kind of intense air about Momo. It wasn't like her at all. Oh god, did we blow it? What the hell?
Polon, sit.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right.
I went to the nearby chair.
I meant on your knees!
Right.
I dropped immediately to my knees.
Why would you give gifts on the day of Jesus Christ's nativity?
Wind told me to.
Christmas is all about the presents, right?
Deposit that notion in the trash where it belongs!
Ooh.
The Christmas of today is a mockery. The meaning of Christmas has been ravaged by the depraved and greedy beast that is commercialism. Giving children toys? Giving branded gifts to lovers? What does any of that have to do with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? With God?
I feel like I've unlocked something I would like to put back.
It's entirely, undisputably unrelated to him!
Momo, I think you've...
Be silent, Rosario!
Woo!
Do you wish to be complicit in the commercialization of Christmas?
I'm sorry.
I'll protect the meaning of Christmas. I'll tell everyone what it's about!
Shit, I felt like crying. I could have figured this out if I just thought about it a little. How did I? I guess that was my fault, right? I hurriedly picked up the necklace Momo had dropped on the floor. It took a long time for Momo's anger to subside.
Shouldn't you be going now?
Oh.
Oh, look at the time.
That's so funny. She went off.
Let's go, Polon.
And now she's good.
Okay.
Polon! No, my boy! Rosario went back to working on the security while Momo and I went to the concert venue. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of, like, I part of me, like, kind of expected that to end like one of those, like, game overs. Could you imagine? You gave Momo a Christmas present. She then murdered you. Game over. What the fuck? Oh my god, that's something else.
I tried increasing the size of the text.
It's much easier to read, but now it overlaps with the accessories in the background.
Oh, my bad. I'll bring it down.
We'd started doing the final adjustments at noon, and we'd reached the final stages now. When we actually put the AR onto the stage, the look of and feel of some parts were a little off. The concert was going to be open air too, so the sunlight was something we had to think about carefully. We had to adjust a bunch of details to ensure everything looked as awesome as possible.
And we're done.
We should look everything over one last time.
Yeah.
We ran the AR in our heads again. The park was full of families, but we were running the AR in private mode, so nobody else could see what we'd set up. The kids were preoccupied with the mascots and the activity tents that were set up. I hope they'd still have that energy left for the concert. Nah, no excuses. If we did our jobs properly, it'd make kids happy no matter how tired they were.
I think it looks good. How about you, Polan?
Yeah, looks fine to me. I think we did everything we could.
We then shared the final version with the CFD. The concert was in 10 minutes. We'd ended up working to the wire.
Takaoka! Aizaki!
Wind, you motherfucker. I'm mad at Wind now. Like, you're the worst. This is your oh my god, he's so fucking ah! Look at him go! Oh my god. Wind waved as he ran over. He wasn't alone.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
it took
that's-
some time to round everyone up.
Weren't you coming alone?
Yo, I came to check out the fruits of your labor.
He invited me too.
Wow, I'm glad you made it.
It's not just them.
I'm Dai Ando, but folks call me Undo, like the function.
Hey, it's these guys who appeared like for 2 seconds, like immediately, and then never showed up again.
Name's Dub. How's it going?
You haven't met these guys before, right, Momo? These two are our friends. They're mechanics who take care of our grapers.
We're from Tabuchi Motors.
Polon and I enter amateur graper races every now and then.
So you're graper buddies. Oh, I should introduce myself as well. I'm...
Momo Aizaki, right?
You're Polon's GF.
You two are together?
No, it's just a misunderstanding.
Stop lying.
I'm not!
Hey, all you good boys and girls out there! It's time for the Cyberforce Dolls mini-concert! Okay, I want everyone in front of the stage!
Let's learn how to prevent cybercrimes together.
After hearing Rico's announcement, the kids scattered around the park, gathered in front of the stage.
We gotta find a spot too.
Hold on, let's stand here.
Sure.
We stood near the middle of the spectator area, but we made sure to stay at the edge so we didn't block anything for the kids.
Huh?
This is actually pretty cute. I was expecting, when I heard like they were having a big concert, I was expecting like the typical Idol concert with the people, but it's for the kids. I like it better. It's for the kids. Also, looking around, I realized Momo was the only person who'd come with me. Wind and the others had found a place way back. Well, we had a bit of a crowd here, so it made sense that we couldn't all be together. There were about 30 kids right in front of the stage, and their parents were behind them. Most of the kids looked like they were in elementary school and didn't seem to know what was going on. That was when the CFD walked on stage.
I'd rock through the digital woods, splashing water on every hacking blaze I see. My sweet honeypot is gonna trap all the baddies.
Like if that's their like main demographic is literal kids, I have a lot less of an issue with them now all of a sudden. I don't know why. Something about it. Something about I literally can't even explain it. Just knowing that they're literally like children's performers as opposed to like I don't know. That's sweet. It's cute.
I'm your cheery, frisky fawn, Bombi Kurashina.
And the fucking toy car on the shoulder makes a lot more sense too.
Next up, Rico! How'd you like some meds and shots? Viruses, data tampering? Nothing goes under my radar. You're not leaving till you change your ways. I'm the cool-headed girl that all hackers fear, Riko Sawai. And here's Iroha!
Are you bad-mouthing someone? That's a no. Selling or buying illegal stuff? Sharing naughty pics and vids? Absolutely not.
All right, I now I don't know how to feel about this being for children. Can you like tone it down?
Be good and you'll get a reward from me. I'm your warm, gentle big sis. Iroha Hyogoku.
Okay.
We're CMPD Cybersecurity Division's Cyber Countermeasures Officers. The Cyber Force Dolls! Wow! Hey, this is cool! They're so cute!
I could hear the kids cheering. I wasn't sure what to make of the CFD when we first met them, but their whole act worked way better on stage.
Thank you for coming to the Disaster Prevention event!
The fucking costumes. I still, it's so funny.
We're gonna teach you how bad cybercrimes are, and how to prevent them!
And we're going to learn through song.
Okay! Are you ready to see the AR?
Switch on all your tablets in BMI.
The audience enabled AR. Most of the kids had tablets, while the adults had both tablets and BMI.
Get ready for our first song. Uppercase, lowercase, symbols in my password phrase.
Sure. Okay. Oh my god, we're actually doing this. The AR appeared right as the song started. Cartoon characters based on tablets, PCs, and other everyday electronics popped out and bounced toward the kids. Alright. They danced and acted out the phrases the CFD were singing. All the lyrics were displayed on stage in a large font so the kids could learn about cybercrimes. Of course, since just displaying them would be boring, we'd made sure to make the entrances and exits more dynamic. Some lyrics fell from the sky, others drove off in cars. We'd added as many transitions as we could. This is genuinely adorable. I like, my opinion of these characters has skyrocketed. Iroha is still a little weird, but overall, this is super wholesome and adorable. We'd made it so flower petals and bubbles floated around the stage every now and then to keep the kids from getting bored. It really is. Everything seemed to be going well. The AR stuff was behaving properly, and the kids were having fun. The whole venue was filled with smiles and laughter. Even the parents were having a good time enjoying the vibes. The CFD were really putting their all into their performance, too. They had busy schedules, but they must have been practicing whenever they found free time. They were alternating between these cheerful but kinda goofy movements and cool-looking poses. Watching them was fun. A sense of relief came over me. I was so relaxed I almost forgot I was on the job. We'd really nailed the AR, and the concert was so fun. Man, it sure felt good to help people. There was no better feeling in the world. Alright. I'm literally waiting for the, but then this happened. Like, I'm waiting for everything to go tits up. I'd never seen a live concert before, only recorded ones. I had no idea how fun they were. The music reached my soul. The music that is no longer playing. The stage performance was passionate. The AR direction was lively and intense. And all the children had smiles on their faces. There was applause and cheering. Before I knew it, my body was moving in time with the rhythm. It was just too fun. I'd heard the phrase "like a dream" before, but truly, that's how this moment felt. I was so proud of the work we'd done. From the bottom of my heart, I was grateful that I had the chance to be a part of this. I was utterly clueless about so many things before I started. But working together, Polon and I had accomplished something amazing. He was the first person who encouraged me, too. Oh, dude, stop. Stop! My heart. Polon was standing next to me, watching the concert with a smile on his face and a sparkle in his eyes. He glanced around audience reactions a few times. But for the most part, his eyes were fixed on the stage. He looked so pure that I couldn't help but smile. Look at this boy! Look at this boy! I doubt I'd have felt so at peace if I stayed alone. This was all because I'd met Polon. His words were what inspired me to change. I was sure of it now. Our meeting was fated. The CFD's concert was a roaring success. The kids seemed real happy. I heard them humming the songs and telling their parents they had fun. Dude, this is so sweet.
That went well. Good job, Momo.
I raised my hand for a high five. Momo didn't leave me hanging, but it was slightly awkward.
It was a great success, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that made up for the disaster last time they performed.
Am I, like, I just had this thought. Are there gonna be repercussions in the future for me doing the Christmas thing? Because I could have not. I literally did that. I made that mistake. That was on me. So, like, am I gonna get a point where it's like, is that gonna catch up with me? Like,
I'm glad to hear that.
or was it just funny?
Let's go and congratulate them.
That being said, I would regret nothing. Seeing Momo get so angry was hilarious. I think we've seen like truly furious Momo. We went backstage where the CFD were joining hands excitedly.
It was so fun! It couldn't have gone better! Yeah, even the weather turned out great this time.
So this is what a real concert's like.
I know what you mean! We were just like real idols today!
We are idols, though. Of the CCO, I mean.
Oh yeah! Good job up there. Oh, Momo, and Polon Takaoka.
You're welcome, asshole. Sorry.
Hey, what's with that attitude? It's thanks to me that the concert was a success, right?
Who do you think you are? It wasn't just you.
Though, I'll admit that the AR was good.
Thank you, Rico. That's all we needed. Just some humility.
It was so much fun.
Well, I must admit that it's clear you took your job seriously. Looks like you can work even within the confines of the law.
Damn right I can. Don't go down on my skills. Momo really pulled her weight too, though.
But only with the direction.
It was really good, though. I'm so glad you put in all the stuff we wanted.
And I'm glad it made you happy.
Momo smiled bashfully.
The concert was actually fun. I'll be in the audience for the next one.
What?
Anyway, we can't stick around too long, so we're out of here.
No, wait! Goodbye!
Bye!
There they go.
Later.
I'd been so focused on the concert, I didn't realize how starved I was. Let's grab something to eat with everyone before we head home.
Good idea. We should thank them for coming too.
Oh, ex-esports Olympics contestant Onishi becomes president of the Japanese Esports Union. Neat. That was when I realized.
Huh?
Wind and the others were nowhere in sight.
Cross, where are you? I was just thinking we should all get something to eat.
It was you and Momo who worked on the show. Don't mind us. You two go celebrate.
But he's right. You worked non-stop this whole week. It's mandatory break time for you.
Huh? Mandatory?
Enjoy the last Christmas of the year.
Don't say that. Don't say that word.
Hey!
Bring back upsetting memories.
A chance like this doesn't come around often. Take it easy.
What did he mean by the last Christmas of the year? There's only one Christmas a year. I think that's the joke. It's like when that guy talks to you on like New Year's Eve, and he's like, I'll talk to you next year. And it's like, I get it, we'll talk tomorrow. Like, hilarious.
Did you find out where they are?
That joke never gets old.
No. They're forcing us to take a break.
Huh?
Momo was perplexed too. I wasn't surprised. Actually, that helped me relax.
I guess it's fine. You worked sunrise to sunset the last few days, didn't you? You should take a breather.
You worked just as hard yourself, Polon. You were up all night last night.
Well, doesn't look like we've got a choice. Mandatory break time.
Indeed.
We both nodded and walked into town. The Sun Mall shopping district was an AR decorated in red, white, green, and gold, all the colors of Christmas. Every shop, stall, and cafe was open for business. Oh no, consumerism. The workers were wearing AR Santa hats and shouting to customers as they sold Christmas chickens, cakes, and presents. Every store was overflowing with customers. I felt like I was at a theme park or something. But everyone seemed more interested in having fun than desperately trying to get their shopping done.
So this is a Japanese Christmas.
Oh no. Oh shit. I had to get her out of here before she snapped.
Momo, let's go to...
It's not that bad.
Huh? But it's been ravaged by commercialism, right?
Yes.
It's a greedy beast, right?
It certainly seems that way when you look at all of the vendors. But the customers seem different. They're full of joy. I don't see the corruption of commercialism anywhere. Nothing here brings to mind the original spirit of Christmas. But seeing all these smiles has changed my mind.
Momo's expression was completely different from the one she'd made this morning. So now I'm curious. So I guess this would certainly be different, right? This would be a different interaction. Interesting. It was a gentle smile tinged with relief.
Cool.
Momo and I walked down the crowded street. I wonder if it would have been worse because she wouldn't have already gotten it out of her system. Who knows? New AR decorations kept appearing every few steps, and Momo looked at every one of them.
I kinda miss the Christmas I knew. There were a lot of dishes we only made for Christmas, and one of my favorites was this thing called bolore.
Bolore? I've never heard of it.
It means king cake, and it resembles a crown. It's covered in crystallized fruit that looks like the crown's jewels.
Oh, that sounds really good.
I rarely got to eat sweet things back then, so I always looked forward to it. I remember when I ate all the fruits myself. My parents weren't impressed.
Momo sounded kind of bashful, but she looked happy too. I bet she had lots of good memories of Christmas.
Do you have any memories like that?
I only spent Christmas with my family until I was 5. That's when my mom divorced my dad and left.
Weird. That's also when my parents divorced when I was 5. Weird.
I've spent Christmas by myself since
Not
then,
that weird,
so
I guess.
I don't really have many memories of it.
Hold on.
But just walking around and talking to you is really fun. I feel this is the first time in ages that I'm enjoying Christmas.
I have fun when I'm with you too. Maybe that's why I'm talking more than usual.
Glad to hear it.
She did seem more relaxed than she normally was.
Oh, yeah. Let me know if there's somewhere you want to check out. We can go wherever you want.
Wherever I want?
She looked around, but then a crowd came between us. I heard an employee of one of the stores up ahead announcing a Christmas sale. Oh, obesity, a rampant epidemic. How did 40% of the world become fat? All right. That's I you know. Listen, I'm trying not to think about the real world right now. Can we not? I feel very personally called out right now. The masses went wild. Momo and I were like ships caught in a storm as the surging crowds kept changing speed and direction.
Hey, stop pushing!
Oh god. No! People came between us and we were separated even further. I tried getting back to her, but the crowds were too crazy. Momo weaved through the gaps and reached out to me. I managed to grab her hand. I pulled and brought her close to me.
You okay?
I think so.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Still holding on to her, we fought through the flood of people. Damn, her hand was so small and soft. It was so dainty, I felt like I was gonna lose my grip on it any moment. It was almost like she could tell, because she was holding my hand really tight. I squeezed it back to make sure we didn't get separated.
We finally made it out.
The crowds were so wild that we'd struggled to get out. No!
Whoa, no. And Oz too.
Nice work on the concert. Kaoru and I watched from a distance, and it looked pretty good.
Hey, if you were there, you could have said hi.
Polly! You liar, pants on Hellfire!
What happened? What happened?
You said you weren't dating Momo!
Oh.
Huh? What's this about?
Only lovers hold hands like that, right?
Oh.
Momo and I suddenly let go of each other's hands.
Sorry.
You're mistaken. I'm the one who took his hand. We almost got lost in a crowd, so...
So you're not lovers?
No.
Then when are you confessing to me?
Oh my god.
Confessing? Confessing what?
You're as dense as ever, aren't you? There's only one thing you can confess, and that's...
Come on. Let's head back before the food gets cold.
Ah, kids.
What are you doing? Let go of my hand!
Getting dragged off by Oz.
I have something important to tell him.
That's funny.
Oh, let me go, Oz!
Oh, that's really funny.
There they go.
We should head off too.
Yeah. Let's go somewhere without many people.
We made our way through Nakano, avoiding the crowds on our way to the Nakano Sun Plaza viewing platform. There were lots of AR decorations here too. There were a few couples and families, but it wasn't as crowded as the other places.
Let's go to the edge. The view should be nice.
Passing through the AR snow, we moved to a quiet corner. The scenery on the other side of the handrails wasn't too bright, but there was a certain charm to the subtle lighting we could make out.
Wow, it's so pretty. I can see lights so far away.
Yo, V, I love that game. There's one too many V's.
Are they all from buildings?
Yeah, this view isn't too special compared to some other places, though.
Really? But there are so many lights. Tokyo is a wonderful city, isn't it? It's brighter than the stars in the sky. Speaking of stars, I remember when my family went stargazing at Christmas, and...
Momo fell silent. She looked kinda sad.
What's wrong?
I just thought of Lucia.
You mean the original?
Yes. She died in 2005, at the age of 97. But now I'm here, her copy, living as a teenage girl 30 years after her death.
Yeah, that's pretty trippy.
I always knew it was abnormal, but I tried not to think about it. I had a mission to focus on. But now that I've had some time to relax, the ideas caught up with me.
Momo's origins were complicated. I couldn't blame her for dwelling on them.
Who am I?
Momo looked down and fell silent again. I didn't know how to cheer up a girl when she was sad. But Momo was different. She wouldn't want half-assed platitudes, and that's why I knew what to say to her.
I only know you, Momo. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't tell you the difference between you and Lucia. Nobody else can either. You're the only one that knows both of you, so you're the only one that can decide who you are. You need to decide the answer yourself.
She looked down as she spoke.
Just like Lucia, I want to see the mission through. I want to save the world. That's why I came here.
Yeah, you said that before. But what else?
Well, that's not enough anymore. If I see someone in need, I want to help them. You encouraged me to help people.
She looked up at me.
I guess I'm not Lucia.
Why do you think that?
Because she wouldn't have joined Nakano Symphonies. The pain from losing Francisco and Jacinta would not have subsided. But I met you and everyone else. These experiences and the feelings they inspired have changed me. I'm completely different from the original. I couldn't go back now, even if I wanted to.
I could see strength welling up in her eyes again.
Can I take Momo Aizaki as my name? Not as a fake name, but as my real one. To prove that I'm a new person. That I'm no longer Lucia.
Sure, go ahead. If that's what you want, I'm all for it.
Thanks, Polan.
Momo blushed as she smiled at me. She looked away and down at Nakano. The world celebrating Christmas. A world of innocent people having fun. All of it a single moment in their peaceful lives.
One more month, huh?
Not even a month, and the end of everything was right around the corner.
This world is in our hands now. We have to save it.
Yeah, no matter what.
We're just about done here. Time for us to...
Chief! The morgue just contacted us and... it... disappeared!
Calm down. What disappeared?
Davide!
Oh, Christ. That's not good.
Davide Yesue's body!
What?
Oh
So
god,
you
is
were
her thing gonna
successful.
be like resurrection
Well
or some
done.
shit? Or some like there's gonna be someone whose sacrament is like resurrecting people, or like some variant of that. It's a pretty standard like miracle thing, right?
Now, please tell them to bring him to us.
But he's only just woken up.
His next mission awaits. Make the arrangements immediately.
Very well.
Is it you? Are you the reviver person? The priest walked away, but stopped for a moment. He seemed perplexed by something.
Felino Arcana, may I have your thoughts? We've been faced with a great deal of unexpected events. Is the Lord testing us? Or could it be that he does not desire that the end...
Behold, ye despisers, and wonder and perish. For I work a work in your days, a work which ye shall in no wise believe, though a man declare it unto you. Acts 13:41. Do what must be done, and wait for the time to come.
Thank you for your words.
The priest expressed his gratitude and excused himself. After seeing him off, Felino took out a tablet and played a video. It displayed something from an age long past, but the quality was clear, for it was a simulation generated by Necropilgrimage. It showed October 13th, 1917, the day of the final miracle of Fatima. An unnerving sound resonated all around. Somebody pointed at the sky, and those nearby looked up at once. Something abnormal was unfolding above. The sun was revolving with great intensity. It was akin to the wheel of a train or a spinning firework. As its rays danced downward, the sun seemed to split apart. Brilliant fragments scattered to the surroundings like the juice of a fruit. A juicy fruit. Each was an arrow of light. Over and over, they flew to the distant horizon. Rather than cowering, the people cheered at the miracle taking place before their eyes. Their voices grew louder until the cacophony overwhelmed the unsettling sound of the darting fragments.
No mere mortal can understand the true meaning of the acts of God. They could not have known that this sound was binary, static noise. Nor that it was counting down to the end. Lord, I express my deepest gratitude for this sign.
Okay. After Polan and I had dinner, he walked me to the hotel I was staying at. We were staying at hotels in and around Nakano, and this was tonight's accommodation. Rosario was already in the room.
I just called Rosario. I'll stay with you until she comes down.
I'm sorry for the hassle.
No worries. We can't take our chances with the Holy Office.
Security had been tightened, but that didn't mean we could relax. We were still being as cautious as possible.
Polan?
Oh my god, I just
Thanks
noticed...
for everything today.
I just noticed that in the bottom right corner, it says speech to text when they talk.
I had a very nice time.
Glad to hear that.
Wait for
I had
it.
fun hanging out with you too.
And then when it's like thoughts, it says narrative. That's really funny. That's really neat. The automatic door behind me opened up. I turned around.
Rosario,
Oh boy. Intense pain seized my back. The next thing I knew, I was being forced against a wall, nowhere near the front of the hotel. I had no idea why this was happening, but I could smell perfume. Following the scent, I looked ahead.
Who?
Juno? Is that Juno? I saw her.
Tell me. How did you learn about Kent Korihisa? I know you've been snooping around, looking for him. Just what are you to Kent? I said tell me! Answer me!
Her eyes were full of vitriol.
What will you do with that knowledge? And what about you? How do you know his name?
Pretty much only those associated with the Holy Office 513 knew about Kent Korihisa. Was she an agent too? I had a bad feeling about this. Oh yeah, I could call Polan using my BMI. But before I had the chance...
Of course I know his name. I'm his little sister.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay. Jeez. Clear chapter 6. I mean... It's a little early, but honestly, this is a good time to stop. 2 hours is a little short for how I usually like to do these, but you know, a chapter is a chapter. You know, it's pretty good. Anyways, yeah, I ran out of things to say. So yeah, chapter. That was a lot. That was a lot of information. The thing of the Christmas thing was really funny. Or blowing up because Christmas. That's a very that symbol bodes well. That looks good. This can only go positively. Alright, well anyways, no stream tomorrow. I have an appointment tomorrow. I cannot stream tomorrow. So no linear bounded phenogram tomorrow. I'll be back on Friday for more anonymous code. So that's that. I'm gonna leave now. Bye.